Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee, and today all I'm doing, I'm starting my Christmas baking, my cookies. So I make my dough ahead of time, my cookie dough, and I freeze it, and then I spend a day or two doing all my baking so that I don't have to do it all at the same time, and it gets me ready. So, and I love doing this. I do this every year. So this time, in this video, I'm doing my peanut butter cookies for my peanut butter blossoms. And I'm going to show you how I put them together. I'm going to show you the recipe. And I'm also going to show you how I just freeze them. It's that simple. So here we go. Let me tell you here. I've got half cup of brown sugar and a half cup of granulated sugar, a half cup of peanut butter, 1 stick of softened butter, 1 egg, a cup and a half of flour, and 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of baking powder. So with that being said, let's get this mixed up. These are so easy to do. And after I freeze them, friends, let's see. First off, I'm going to pour the sugar in here. Then I'll tell you about this all. Actually, I better take that off first. These are nice, especially for the blossoms, because like I was saying, all I do is I don't even roll them in a ball. I use my little ice cream scoop. And I freeze them, and then I go ahead and I put them, when I bake them, I take them out of the freezer. I put them in the oven at 375. And usually it only takes about 9 minutes for cookies, but when they're froze, they're going to take a little bit longer. But I never have them in there for more than about 13 minutes. They're usually done by then. So after they come out of the oven, I put the little Hershey Kiss on them, and voila, they're all done. So let's see here. We're going to put this on here. I put on too soon. I got to put my stick of butter in there to cream the sugar, the butter, and the peanut butter together. Okay. I love making Christmas cookies. This is like my favoriteest time of the year. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start creaming this. That's on good. We want that nice and creamy and fluffy. And we'll put our egg in. And in the meantime, I'm going to take my baking soda and my baking powder, and I'm just going to whisk it into my flour. Just give it a little whisk so it's all mixed up evenly. And I got my big rubber spatula because I want to make sure I always scrape down these sides. And on the bottom of my mixer, stuff tends to gather, so I have to keep it off the bottom as well. Put on there a little bit longer. While that's going, I'm just going to dump the egg in there. 1 large egg. Okay, I'm going to get that off the edges, scrape down my edges again. Okay. Now we're going to incorporate flour a little at a time, probably about half of it. Let it mix a little bit. Don't turn it on high. You'll have it all over your kitchen. Just wait till it gets mixed up. Mine's mixed up a little more. I add the rest when that other is all incorporated. So there we go. Turn it back down. I turn it up just a little bit. I'm going to scrape down my sides again one more time. Okay, there we go. Let me scrape this one too. Get that all off there. Always unplug your machine. I think the hardest part of this is getting it all off your beater. All right, I think I got it all. Okay, now with this, I like mine. Now you could make regular peanut butter cookies out of this, regular size, and you could use your big scoop. I use either my little ice cream scoop or my melon scoop. This time with my peanut butter blossoms, I use the smaller one because I just like them a little bit bigger than the Hershey Kiss that goes on them. So all I do is just scoop them up and put them on my tray. They're going to go right in the freezer just like that. Let me scooch up here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, see them? They're not touching, but they're nice and close together. Very simple. And then I just freeze them. And it works out beautiful. That way, after they're froze, you can put them in your Ziploc bag and they will not clump together like one big giant cookie. You'll have, and then you can, if you don't use it for Christmas, you can pull them out. You can do this any time of the year because you can pull these out anytime. And if you freeze them this way I'm showing you, if you freeze them the way that I'm showing you, you'll be able to pull a couple cookies out, either do the whole batch, as many as you want, and they will not stick together. Okay, friends, there you have it. That's what it looks like, and then I'm going to put this in the freezer. I'm going to flash freeze them, and when I get ready to package them, I'll bring you back and I'll show you how great they turn out for freezing. Okay, friends, I got my peanut butter cookies, my peanut butter dough for my peanut butter blossoms out of the freezer. Look, they turn out nice. Just little balls. And I do stack them. You know, I'll stack them on here. They do come off the tray though. You don't have to grease nothing, or you don't have to line it or anything. They come right off. So all I do, I just break them off there, and I fill my gallon bag. Now these aren't going to stay in very long. I usually start doing these, the month of Christmas season. You know, just after Thanksgiving, I will start making my dough and getting it in the freezer so that I can have 1 or 2, maybe even 3 just days of baking, and then I always got a few days of putting it all together in my baskets. See, these come off. Just might take a little bit of finger power, but you'll get them off there. And they're perfect. I love doing it this way. It saves so much time. And if they're a little stubborn, get yourself a little spatula and just give them a little scrape. They come right off there. There we go. They can get washed and ready for the next one. And there you have it, friends. That's how easy it is. I got quite a few in there. Those are for my peanut butter blossoms. I got it dated or labeled and dated, and what I need to bake them at and for how long. Because just like normal cookies would only take about 9 to 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes to bake, depending on your oven, of course. These, when they're frozen, it's just going to take a little bit longer, more like 12 to 14 minutes. So, and at the same temperature. So, there you have it. That's how easy it is to put together some cookie dough and pre-freeze it for a busy baking day. Thanks for watching.